What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you 50 new changes and new integrations that Apple added on this new upcoming WatchOS 11. So the compatible devices, so long as you have an Apple Watch that's a Series 6 or newer, you're good. This also includes the second generation Apple Watch SE. Now, here it is installed on my Apple Watch Ultra, second generation. And first things first is the new action button. By long holding, this will give you quick access to the different shortcuts you can select from. As you see, these are all the default shortcuts you have here. You can also customize your shortcut app as well. So if you want to quickly switch between the different action buttons, you have total freedom to do so right up here without having to go into your system settings or anything like that. Another new change for the Apple Watch Ultra is the new modular Ultra watch face. As here, technically I have it right here on night mode, and by using the digital crown, this will give you quick access to your notifications now. I don't know why it glitched. Hold on, give me a second. There we go. So by doing this, this will give you quick access to your notifications without having a long hold on top like we used to. And by using the digital crown to go down, this will also activate your smart stack right here. And by having night mode enabled, you notice that the time as well as the date also adapts to the night mode setting for the main Apple Watch. But by getting out of here real quick, by long holding, if you look closely, we are using our new train load layout, as train load is now one of the new bezels you could have enabled. So here it says training, but we still have elevation, depth, seconds, or none. But now we can actually monitor our train load right here on our watch face. Then if you have an Apple Watch that supports a double tap gesture, this will bring you quick access to your smart stacks like we always had the ability to before. But if we launch an app like the activity app as an example, you can use your double tap to actually scroll down or go to the next window. So that's one of the new gestures that we received from double tap. Then the Apple Tap to Cash is also compatible on the Apple Watch as well, where you can send cash to an individual without having their contact information on your device. So very similar to like third-party paying method apps, you could do it with Tap to Cash, and this also includes the Apple Watch. And then new animations are also available for the Apple Watch whenever you receive like an incoming message. This is how the new animation fade effect looks like now for all your notifications, not just messages. And in terms of watch faces, aside from the photo portraits, nothing else was really added. But something that was removed was the Siri watch face, but this could also be due to the fact there's some complications with the current beta update, but we should probably see it later on get added, because if we look at the S, we don't have the Siri watch face anymore. But it could be an issue with the operating system itself. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it come back in the later developer beta updates. But by scrolling into the photo section, here's where you find your new photo watch face. Unfortunately, you are unable to edit or customize it currently in terms of this current beta stage from the watch face. What you need to do to customize it, you'll find it in the photo app itself, as it also was totally redesigned, just like it was on the iPhone. By launching the photo app, it will automatically select the default, the most photogenic photo here in your features. Tap the up arrow icon, scroll all the way down till you see the create watch face, and here you can select photo, and this is where you can find a new theme for your watch faces. But if we go on to our iPhone and we go into the watch app and select photo from here and choose your photo, select a photogenic photo right here. If you scroll down, this is where you can have more additional options to the additional themes. Again, we're in a beta stage, so I'm pretty sure later on Apple will give us these abilities to adjust it all throughout the Apple Watch itself instead of using the iPhone app for the Apple Watch. But you can change the font as well as the numeral style. Yeah, if you scroll down, you can see the different styles that's available. And one of the new ones is the backdrop removal. Here it is, color backdrop. Will crop out the subject and will give you the ability to customize it just like that with a custom backdrop. Basically, you can even change the color of the time too if you want, and tap add. But for your existing watch faces that you had before you updated to WatchOS 11, they will be grandfathered in, because these are some of my old ones over here. And there's a new upgrade tab right here. By tapping here, soon we'll have the ability to upgrade those current ones. But if you don't want to, I notice if you enable it, it doesn't like bombard you or force you to upgrade. You can still be grandfathered in if you prefer this style watch face. But once you remove it, it'll be game over. So if you really like it, you could keep it, it looks like. Now another new change can be located on the iPhone. Now whenever you launch your pin to locate your Apple Watch if you misplaced it, the dynamic island now has a new animation. But unfortunately, if you pin the device, for some reason it's glitched on me, but it is a developer beta. The dynamic island will now have a new animation whenever you pin your iPhone. Unfortunately, with my iPhone 15 Pro, it's buggy. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's grayed out like that on mine. Now, as I stated before, you do this to bring down your notifications. You can scroll up to bring up your smart stacks, and then if you long hold on a smart stack, it will enter you in basically wiggle mode, which allows you to customize it. But if you go all the way down, there is now a new widget suggestion, and instead of done, there's a check mark. And if you look closely, the widgets are easier to customize and easier to pin on top than ever before. And then if you have a timer playing as an example, now it's active, so it's an active widget. If we cover our Apple Watch, we will always see our active widgets on the lock page. Very similar to like our iPhone, whenever we order something like at Starbucks, we can see the delivery time or the order process on our lock page. You can now do that on your Apple Watch, and this is also customizable if you don't like this ability as well. This also includes media. If I play like a YouTube video on my watch or my iPhone, it will then immediately take over, and it doesn't like take up the entire screen like it used to like this. Now actually will give you your media control for pause and play on this page, regardless if the Apple Watch is awake or not. And then here would be where you'll find your second, which I'll go ahead and talk more about in a little bit. But Smart Stack will also be able to support third-party apps like Starbucks, Domino's, and etc., Lyft, and such. And then if you notice, the date and time has a different format. Some of these watch faces received like a new update in terms of their overall design. Another example can be located with the Modular Ultra as an example. This is how it looks like now. So slight new update here. But if you like to customize your live activities for your widgets, if we go into the Apple Watch settings and select Smart Stack live activities, you could disable it if you just don't want it to pop up automatically. Or you could disable it so it doesn't automatically launch the activity that's being used. All customizable. Same goes for widget suggestion. If you don't like it to constantly shuffle automatically, you can just disable it entirely. Other new changes that can be located here can be located in the sound and haptics in here, as we can now have the ability to change ringtone, text tone, a new message, calendar alert, reminder, or default alert. Now we have total customization, especially if you live in a household with a lot of Apple Watch users. This is amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't support custom ringtones yet. Maybe in the near future. Same goes for like custom haptic tech tone, like the vibration motors. You can't customize it like we can on our iPhone. And if you like to listen to them, this is how it sounds like. So here's ringtone. So this is the default one, of course. And then here's the next one. So that's basically how the new ones sound like. And then if you're a user that uses sleep tracking a lot, I'll be glad to inform you that it now supports automatic sleep tracking. So if you take like a power nap throughout the day, it will automatically log in that data on your sleep tracking app, as it's now automatic. So even if you go sleep during a non-scheduled time, that should be no problem anymore. Then when sleep mode is enabled, if I go into control center and change my focus mode to sleep, when we get to this page, you no longer have to long hold to have access to your Apple Watch. If you're just trying to reply to a message, you can just simply tap and you'll notice everything is unlocked. But you still have to go into control center and manually disable that. And then if you're a user that use like smart locks for HomeKit, your Apple Watch, as you're approaching your lock, it will automatically start unlocking that deadbolt so you can have access to your household much quicker. Instead of previously you had to tap to unlock it, now it does it all as soon as you get near it. Now another new app that wasn't really well talked about is the translation app. I already covered this in my past videos, but to those that are just tuning in, here's a quick rundown. The entire UI is totally redesigned. It's easier to use than ever before, as you could simply reverse the language like so. And it has support for a good majority of popular languages, as you see right here. Right now I have it set to Spanish, so my Spanish is kind of rusty, but I'll do my best. Let me try. Yo tengo hambre. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Yeah, I got that right. And you can even tap up here to favorite your languages so you don't have to constantly have access to that library. And there's a lot of impressive settings here as well, including play translation. And then another app that got added had now became a native app is the Shazam app, since it does have a partnership with Apple. Now whenever you update this watch, you will see a new Shazam app get added for music identification. But if you don't like Shazam in general, I notice you can still delete it, so it won't become bloatware to your Apple Watch. Another app that received an update is the calendar app, as in here. The UI is also different for some of these times, like the week. The 30 days still is the same. But in here, you'll be able to also see your reminders placed in here as well. And then the clock app also got a new update as the UI is redesigned. So if we go into our timer app, in the timer app, we have a new dark theme where previously this used to be just white. But if you notice, I could run multiple timers stacked up to one another. But if we tap plus, this also has been redesigned because previously this is how it used to look like. These had like a bunch of rings with like dots and such. Didn't really look luxurious, but it still worked in my opinion. So if we scroll all the way down, there's now a new edit icon where you can actually delete some of these, pin your favorite ones on top, or create custom ones, but I'm currently maxed out. There we go. Now we can tap plus and it'll give you this UI so you can customize it to your own personal preference. Then another app that received an update is the activity. By allowing it to load and we tap up here, this will give you a preview of your training loads. The white line you see here is based off 28 days, and then the one with the dots is your 7 days. So here you can see you monitor if you're actually working hard or you're slacking a bit. I recently got sick, so I am below. I'm aware of that. Today's Monday. I'm going to head to the gym right after this video and fix that. But if you are sick, you can always tap the activity rings. You can pause your ring so you don't lose your spree from here. You could go select up to today until Monday, pause till June, or pause until up to 90 days. You could hold it till September 15th if I really wanted to. Then change goals. Here you still can have the ability to change the goals, but for this, I recommend going on your iPhone. You see, by launching the fitness app right here, and you tap your activity rings and scroll all the way down and tap change goals, you could adjust it Monday all the way down to Sunday, so a whole week individually. So if your rest days are on the weekend, you could lower the calorie count. Then other great changes can be located in the fitness workout app, the native one from Apple. By launching the workout app, and you select a workout, if we scroll over here, you'll find a new check-in ability. So if you're checking in with your significant other, spouse, or somebody you're just talking with, and they want the heads up as soon as you arrive at the gym to start training, you arrive basically safe. If you like to change the individual, you just tap on the profile and it'll give you access to your account. It'll allow you to change between another person based off your contact information that you have stored on your devices. But if we end this workout and we go all the way down to add workout, and we go into the swim section, if you scroll all the way down, there's now a new pool swim workout activity as well as open water swim. And by selecting one, if you tap the dots and you go and customize, you are now able to do distance tracking instead of just a basic calorie burn time or open workout. Then after, when you're done with the workout, when you end it, you will get this new screen that allows you to rate your workout. And it starts from easy to moderate to hard and also all out. And this is the data that's used to calculate your training loads. So as soon as you select one, it will give you a quick summary. And if you go all the way down, you can always go back and change your mind to retweak it. You can also do the same thing with past workouts in the fitness app on your iPhone. And normally, depending on the workout, it will do it automatically. You always have the freedom to go back and just re-edit if you don't agree with your Apple Watch suggestion. Then vitals. Vitals, I like the fact it's separated from your workouts, but it does use data off of that. And if you notice, the Vital app is themed after the first generation heart rate sensors of the earlier Apple Watches. As this is a Series 1 right here, and it looks exactly the same. I think that was a cool touch. But Vitals basically keep track of 5 primary things: your respiratory rate, your blood oxygen sensor, your heart rate, your sleep tracking, as well as your skin temperature. And it basically will create a graph and monitors the first 7 days and make sure you're in the middle of your normal graph. But if you're out of it, it'll send you a notification letting you know that, hey, something's going on. You should probably check this out. In terms of turns into like a bad habit. Apple demonstrated this with like hard night of drinking. So basically we'll monitor your baseline. If it knows something's out of the ordinary, it will basically just notify you. And then if we go on the map app on our iPhone, you can tap on your little profile picture and select the offline maps section. And once you offload a map, you'll see it up here once it's saved on your iPhone. But by enabling sync with Apple Watch, as soon as you put your Apple Watch on the dock charger, it'll send that offload map into the internal storage of the Apple Watch, allowing you to have that offload map on your Apple Watch as well, so it can actually run independently without needing to rely on the iPhone to be nearby to use the offload map data. This also includes custom routes as well. So if you're hiking at like a national park, you could just solely rely on your Apple Watch instead of your iPhone. And this should also use less energy as well, giving you a better battery life. Then other health data improvements can be located for cycles. In the Cycle app, it can now track your pregnancy progress. And just like that, those are all the new changes and new features that Apple added on WatchOS 11. Let me know in the comment section which one of these was your favorite. And if you'd like to get your hands on it, you don't have a developer beta, next month is soon we'll have the release of the open public beta, but then the official data will be released sometime during the fall, typically around the launch of the next generation iPhones. As soon as we see that event, usually that's when Apple actually will release the official version of WatchOS 11. Now, if you're curious to know what new changes are added on iOS 18, check out this video over here where I go through all the new changes and additional goodies that Apple added, and I counted over 150. So if you'd like to see what's new on your iPhone, definitely check out that video over there. Thank you so much for watching.